Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Neil out here on the Widener Range, and I'm going to continue on just having fun at the range.
Today's video is brought to us by Mantis. The Mantis family of products is integral to ASP staff building handgun and carbine skills and are your most economical and fastest path to improvement in your skills too. Whether you choose the X10, the Laser Academy, the Blackbeard, or use them all in concert, they will help your practice be more effective, efficient, and fun. Go check them out, pick up a unit, and thank them for sponsoring today's video.
So if you watched the last video I did, we talked about, I think the superior training method is to have a plan. I really absolutely do. But I also know that for some folks, that causes a little bit of consternation in that I missed a day, or I missed a week, or I missed a month, or I missed a year. I don't know what it is for you. I know what it is for me, and it's been a few weeks. And I haven't done a lot of serious work lately. But what that can do to us psychologically sometimes is it can drag us down to where, well, I'm just not going to go. It's the same thing as, I haven't lost any weight this month on my diet, so why not go out to Culliver's and get a big giant what is it, butter burger, whatever they have there, because I'll start tomorrow. That's that procrastination thing. I think one thing that can really help some folks get back into it is going and having some fun and remembering why they do this. Now we do this for a lot of different reasons. There's the competition, there's the self-defense, there's the enjoyment of it, there's the it's our rights, whatever your reason is. But sometimes we forget that, and because we haven't had the enjoyment for a while. So coming down to the range and just doing something fun and having a good time. Last week I worked a little bit on some accuracy. My target's still sitting there. I'm going to use the exact same target, but I'm going to work on a little bit of time to work now. And again, you don't have to have a timer to be a great shooter. You just don't. And there is no timer in a gunfight, but you don't know how fast the other guy is, and if you don't know how fast you are, I think that's a problem. So I highly recommend you having a timer of some sort. There's a lot of great ones on the market. You do you. I'm using the Commander today because I finally learned how to use it, and I actually kind of like this one. So what I'm going to work on today is just having some fun, taking the negative emotion out of it, of what I do, and you're going to get to see my target here, so you'll see how well I do. But I just want to kind of work on some draw to first shot stuff, maybe some follow-up shots and that kind of thing. But I want to have fun with it, and I want to learn a lesson while I'm having a good time, something that I can then take back to my dry fire dojo and work on in dry fire, especially with the draw being part of this. So let me make sure I got battery. I'm in good shape here. I'm going to stand at 5 yards, and I'm just going to shoot. I'm just going to shoot at the A zone here is my goal. Again, I'm going to try to pick up the pace and just see how things go and go a little faster and a little faster and see where everything is. It's been quite a while since I've done a lot of draw to first shot kind of stuff live, and so we're just going to see how this thing goes, and then I don't know. We'll see what we learn. All right. Okay, so I'm going to stand here at my 5 yard line. Just going to give myself a beep for a draw to first shot, and I'm just going to see where it is, and I'm going to try to work that time down, and I'm going to have fun doing it. I get it. You can't do this at every range that's out there. I know a lot of folks are like, well, I can't draw at my range. What I'm seeing a lot more is a lot more ranges are certifying people to use to do holster work, and so you've got to take their class. You may have to spend a little bit of money, whatever, but they will certify you if you can do it safely, if you can prove it, and I don't blame them for that, guys. It's their liability. If you shoot yourself on there, you think your insurance company isn't going to come after them for letting you do something like that, so they're going to want to have you certified first to do that. So if you can't draw at your range, find one you can draw at. If you can't find one that you can, then do this in dry fire. But I'm pretty fortunate that this is my range, and I get to make the rules here. So I'm going to go ahead and do some draws first shot. Got a dot. Life is good. All right, here we go. I don't know. Yeah, okay, so I've got a little bit of a delay on this thing. I don't know. I may have to play with it. All right. I'll take an A zone hit, 113, not super fast, but saw my sight, saw everything that I need to see. Probably waited a little bit too long, went just a hair low in the A zone. I'll show you in a minute. Let's try that again. Ooh, okay. Went a little too fast, had a whole lot of chaos. It was a 101, and that was a delta clear up on the left shoulder. All right, Neil, see your sights. One, three. Okay, so with 3 shots only, let's decipher a little bit because I've got some chaos here, right? So this was first shot, saw my sight, waited a little bit too long. This is second shot, saw my sight, but I had some chaos and I just let it go because that's what I do. I like to hear the bang. And then the third shot was over here. I saw it come in and I was gripping and it literally drove from the middle of the A all the way to there. So I waited a little too long. If I'd have pulled the trigger and got into it a little quicker, when the dot crossed this line, I'd probably have an A zone hit. So I got a couple of lessons, not wickedly fast draws in any way, shape, or form, not slow draws either. You know, those are anything 1, 3 and lower is completely and 100% acceptable. But let's go and have some more fun because it's fun. Okay, I think I'm back at my, yeah, there's my footprint. Whew, all right. Don't have my delay set very long here, so this thing goes quick. And yes, I'm grabbing my shirt, get over it. There we go. That felt really good. A 1-1 dead center A. 1-1 dead center A. Ah. If your timer's set to where it's going so fast, just let that rep go. No need to. A high center A, 1-1 again. Let's see if I can get down a little faster here, even if I go out of the A. Let's go fast, Neil, come on. There we go. Charlie, .86. Low Charlie. Again, I'm just letting it, I'm waiting too long. I'm seeing my dot and I've got the streak going down. I'm just letting it go too long. So, all right, here we go. Didn't get a good grip. And my shot shows it, 117. All right, let's go back up here and so we can kind of keep track here. There's my middle, my other A. Here's my Charlie that was a little low. That was the fast one. The last one was here. This is the high one up in the shoulder. So again, now I'm not happy with deltas, but again, haven't been doing the work. You got to push yourself a little bit and see where things are. So, you know, now probably the plan here going forward is let's see the sights, shall we? There we go. That was an alpha at 1-2. Come on. Jeepers, not even letting me get my hands up. There we go. That was a 1-4, so that wasn't any too fast. So it's somewhere between 1.5 seconds, or 1.2 or something like that, and 4 seconds. So it's a random start. Didn't go fast, but boy, I saw my sight and everything I needed. 1-6. Again, not fast. 1-4. A couple of A's though, I'll take them. Ooh. Now don't slow that down and watch my grip because I was fixing my grip all the way out there. 1-2. And I think that one was in the A, but to be honest, I don't even know. Never even saw it. There we go. Again, a 1-3. All right, so now my A zone's getting up. I've still got some Charlies and I've got some delts up there. I'll show you in a little bit. But what I'm gonna work on now is some follow-up shots. So just having fun, getting a draw out there, get a couple of shots, read my target, learn some lessons. Okay, I learned a good lesson there. Still got ammo in. I learned that I slammed that trigger back, I didn't let go. So that's why the second shot was so long, took so long, and it drove clear over to the Delta. So a 140 and then a 2, so not fast at all. There we go. I'm fading left here. Let me show you what I've got going on here. So I'm learning lessons here. This is the goal of all of this. I'm having a good time, but I'm learning some lessons. I'm fading left. And what that is for me and my grip, I'm not gripping enough in with my left hand. And so I'll show you, I can do some kind of an exaggeration here. And I know this is, I'm not the only one that has this problem, but when I press out, if I grip, if I watch the muzzle of my gun here, I'm not gonna shoot my camera or you, but if I don't get enough grip, that muzzle goes like so. If I get my good grip, it straightens right out. And so that's what I need to do, is press that out. What I'm noticing is it's hot, it's 88 degrees. The sun is beating down. My hands are all sweaty. You can see I'm glistening, right? And I'm not getting the grip that I need to get. Now, if I'm in a self-defense situation, I'm not gonna have chalk, but at the range, I could go put some chalk on. Not gonna for today. I'm just gonna keep working on this and have some fun with it. I'm just gonna focus on making sure I see everything I need to see as I press out. So here we go, one more. And I'm empty. And you saw that I hesitated there. So we're gonna do one more, and we're gonna do it right. Something that, you know, in any kind of training, always end on a good note. That wasn't a good one, so let's end on this. There we go. A Charlie that was about that far out, and then an Alpha 109 and a 137, and so a dot 3 split. So the split wasn't fast in any way, shape, or form, but I ended with good shots that I'm happy with. I learned some lessons here, and that's the big key to this, is if you can go down and have a good time and learn some lessons. And this target does not look great. Now, of course, I've got some shooting from another video on there, but what I see, again, to pick the lesson out of this, is if I draw a line through this target, and everything I was shooting was below here. This was earlier, right? Everything is here and over. Potentially, I need to take a look at my dot now. When I was doing my accuracy stuff, it feels like it's on. So I don't think it's a dot issue. It's not going to be the gun or the ammo or anything like that. It's me coming out. As I'm coming out fast, I'm not getting enough grip with that left hand. And that's what I need to do. Potentially I'm over gripping with the right hand too. Depending on your situation, you may be a little bit different, but if you can figure out what causes something to become a pattern, and I call this a pattern even though it looks like I shot it with a shotgun from 40 yards back, there's a pattern here of me pushing things to the left. For me, 99 out of 100 times what that is it's that grip. So I know that's something that I can work on in my dry fire, and I can clean that right up and move those over. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Get back to the range. If you haven't been to the range, get to the range. It's summertime. You can hopefully get outside and do some shooting. Have a good time with it. But when you go, if you don't have that written, plan that you're going to follow, and you're just going to have some fun like I just did, at least learn some lessons for it so that you can implement that into your dry fire. Hope that helps. See you next time.